community exists because we all learn from the great Kevin Samuels, and we truly miss him, and especially the way he was trying to tell younger and older single ladies how to become fit partners in today's dating world. And most of the time we would come across women and videos who were average, but they forgot they were average, still were looking for a high value man because the average man just wasn't good enough. And today I would like to talk about a young lady who appeared on one of Kevin Samuels' shows who knows what a high value man is looking for in a woman. Now, first we are going to look at the clip, and then I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, how it's done the correct way. And also, it doesn't matter if the man is high value or if the man is an average man. A man is a man and is looking for a woman who is feminine. And you ladies out there are thinking, I'm just going to be feminine if the man makes enough money. And I'm just over here trying to understand how is that supposed to work, because either you are feminine or you are not. You cannot just turn it on and off like a light switch. I always say that because it's true. Now, enough said, let's roll the clip.
I have a good sense of humor. I can cook. Guys like girls who can cook, whatever.
Well, you think what you just described puts you in the top 10% of all earners in this country. 10% of men make $100,000.
I think a lot more people make $100,000 on average.
Look at her face, guys.
Yeah.
Look, she really believes this. 10%.
Well, maybe I just know different people. I just know a lot of people who they just make.
Shit, man. And gentlemen, this is why it is so easy for women like her to devalue you, because she thinks being funny, so she says, can cook, can clean. You think you think you're the shit.
I'm funny.
Now, what do we notice? Kevin Samuels said it himself. She's rolling her eyes. She clearly has an attitude, and she is very confident in thinking that she knows how to keep a high value man. And I'm here to tell you, from woman to woman, honey, you are wrong. Because if a high value man wants to be entertained, he can go to a comedy show, he can go to a football game, he has plenty of places he can go to so he can be entertained. If a high value man wants to eat well, he can go to plenty of establishments and save himself a couple of headaches coming home to a woman who is sitting on the couch, rolling her eyes as the man steps through the door. And there's also something else that I would like to add to my message. Cooking and cleaning is a woman's duty. It is nothing that you get a cookie for. It is nothing that you should be proud of. Just like us women are expecting our men to go to work, be the provider and the protector and all that other good stuff, it is our duty to make sure that the house is clean, to make sure that the kids are taken care of, to make sure that the food is on the table on time. No DoorDash, no none of that. So you don't get to sit there, and I'm talking to all the women out there, not just the lady from the video. You don't get to request a high value man just because you are funny and because you do know how to cook. Besides, a lot of modern women don't even know how to cook a meal from scratch nowadays because their mothers taught them that it's degrading to cook a meal for a man. No, your man has to provide a maid. You don't cook no meal for a man unless he deserves one. Yes, but let's not talk about the degrading way a lot of women are portraying themselves on social media. Let's not talk about that. That's a whole different story. Just to give you an example, when a woman is with a high value man, she gets to go on vacations, she gets to go hang with her girls, shopping sprees, wearing the finest clothes, eating at the best restaurants, not worried about a bill, basically benefiting from that man's effort while he's going out there every single day making that money. So you as a woman have to ask yourself, what kind of benefits do you bring into that man's life? Cooking and cleaning may not be one of them. But before I explain what a man is looking for in a woman, and it doesn't matter if he is high value or if he is average, because at the end of the day, all men are the same. They're pretty simple and they're looking for the same qualities in the woman. I would like to show you a comment which was posted under one of my YouTube videos. All you do is taking what Kevin Samuels said and acting like you're dropping knowledge. My response was, no, honey, I am the type of woman Kevin Samuels will talk about. Talk about in the sense of knowing how to take care of her man and black men leaving the US for. I practice what I preach, which is why it sounds like I repeat what Kevin Samuels said. My response could have not been any more accurate. Ladies, do you want to know how you can become a keeper? Do you want to know what a man is really looking for in a woman? I will give you a few examples, so you better take notes. My husband is an average, fine-ass black American guy from some okay neighborhood somewhere in Philly. And let me tell you, he gets the type of treatment that any man would appreciate on a daily basis. And it all begins with providing comfort and peace when that man comes home from work. And it doesn't matter if that man is high value, it doesn't matter if he's average. All men on this planet would appreciate that. Men are not trying to come home from a stressful day and then deal with a woman who has an attitude, deal with a woman who cannot wait for that man to come home so they can continue arguing about something that happened previous weekend. All of that doesn't matter, and all of that turns a man off. Also, when we are acting like children in adult bodies, my dear ladies, that's an even bigger turn off to a man. So you make sure you are in control of all of those emotions. Being an emotionally intelligent woman. I know this topic is very, very hard because us women, we always feel misunderstood. We always feel like we are unhappy. But at the end of the day, that has nothing to do with the man we are with, because there are so many situations where our man is trying to sit us down, talk to us about a certain topic, and we are not trying to hear it. There are so many, I wouldn't even know where to start and where to finish at this point. That's why I'm saying, before you throw a tantrum because of something that that man has said, make sure you sit down, like I said, control those emotions, take in what he's saying. And many times that man is trying to give us some correctional advice so we can be a better partner. So why not take that advice, process it in our little brains, and then actually make something out of it so we can become better partners for our men and even better people for ourselves. Isn't our man the one that we are trying to impress here? Ladies, learn how to be kind to yourself so you can bring some kindness and enlightenment into a man's life. No man is looking for an aggressive, masculine woman who's just sitting there so she can prove herself to the man, compete with the man. No, figure out how to work with the man, because obviously you guys are trying to create a life here, right? And how is that supposed to work when you are bumping heads all the time? Do you know how to ease a man's mind? Unfortunately, a lot of women out there are thinking that the only way to impress and keep a man is by having a big booty, knowing how to twerk, by knowing how to give a head, by having a wop, by doing all of these things, when at the end of the day, all of that are things that any woman can provide. Like I said in one of my videos before, you have to be special. You have to be different. And all of these things that I mentioned up until now are things that you cannot see because we are vibrating on energy, my dear. If you are out there thinking that your sexuality and your physical intimacy is the only thing that a man is looking for, I'm telling you, you are wrong. You have to go through some tough times together so that man can actually know that you are loyal, trustworthy, that you're not telling his business to everyone, that you're actually worth for him to connect to you emotionally. A lot of men are afraid to connect to a woman emotionally. Men need emotional fulfillment too, but sometimes us women, we think that we are the only emotional creatures in the universe. Next one, a woman has to have a healthy lifestyle. And yes, I am talking about going to the gym 3 times a week, having a healthy diet. If you can, no alcohol, going to sleep at a reasonable time. Make sure you get enough oxygen, that you are not in the crib all the time just staring at your phone or look at Netflix, because that is not a healthy lifestyle. And why would I say that? Because that is something that a man can benefit from as well, especially in today's modern world where a lot of people really don't have much time to cook and do all of these things that are actually good for them. Let me just give you an example. When my husband came to Germany to live with me from America, I changed his diet. Because why? I looked at this man's lunch and this man was eating a hoagie and a bag of chips every single day. That's the American way, right? So I looked at the man's food and I said, listen, I'm trying to spend as much lifetime as possible with you. It's time to change your diet. And no, pickled cucumbers, hot Cheetos, and ramen noodles are not food. Scratch that off of your list. Listen, women have so much to learn, so much healing to do. As long as you think that cooking a meal for a man is something bad, you're not ready for a relationship. You are not even ready to have kids. Well, a lot of you already have kids. But listen, just to sum it up for you ladies and gentlemen, if you don't find these qualities in the woman that you are dealing with at the moment, she's no good. Providing peace and comfort. Providing a clean space. Making sure you know how to cook and you know how to clean. Be emotionally intelligent. Care for the man. Ladies, you have to provide peace and comfort, a clean environment. Don't feel some type of way about cooking a meal for your man. You have to be trustworthy. You have to be loyal. There is no messing around with other men. That is not women empowerment. You have to take down everything off of your social media that shows you in a revealing way, because no man likes that. You have to have a healthy lifestyle and you have to be fit. And as long as you don't have these things, you need to work on yourself, because you are not fit for an average man. You are not fit for a high value man. Because like I said in the video earlier, if you are benefiting from his efforts, he must benefit from your efforts. That's the video for today, everyone. Thank you so much for sticking around and for watching it. Thank you so much for leaving a like, for leaving a comment. You already know what it is. If you are new on my channel, welcome on board. Make sure you share the video with your friends, with people you don't like, because they need advice too. And other than that, stay tuned for more content.